What are we talking about, Murtuza? What are we? I mean, we're supposed to be shooting a podcast. Why are you counting numbers?
I'm actually just thinking after how many years Emraan Hashmi has finally got a hit.
You give it 2.5 stars.
Yes.
How dare you give it 2.5 stars when the film has crossed 100 crores?
Oh god, I have given movies 4 stars also, but the film has flopped at the box office. He watched the film over the weekend.
And you spoke with him?
Yeah, he watched the film over the weekend and he came and told me that he has watched the movie and everything. And I asked him the same question that do you agree with my review, and he said I totally agree with your review. What? The chemistry that we got to see between Emraan Hashmi and Shreya Saran in the part 1, that was missing here. Though Disha Patani has acted really well and she doesn't die in the film. For a change,
You're not supposed to give spoilers, but okay.
It's okay. Let me give this spoiler that she stays alive till the end. Keeping everything aside, my review or whatever, I'm very happy in a way because you will agree with me. Emraan Hashmi is one of the best actors that we have in the industry, but he was not getting his due. Everyone has already started talking about his next movie, which is going to be Gunmaster G9.
Gunmaster G9 is actually based on this famous character based on the 1979 and 1982 movie where Mithun Chakravarti played a character like a spy agent called Gunmaster G9, and that is now sort of being remade as Imran in the lead. Yeah. And those two films were very interesting because they were the typical sort of a take on an Indian take on the James Bond films.
2013, 14, 15, 16,
What are we talking about, Murtuza? What are we? I mean, we're supposed to be shooting a podcast. Why are you counting numbers?
I'm actually just thinking after how many years Emraan Hashmi has finally got a hit.
That's very rude of you, but what we are actually here to do, just to give an introduction to the people tuning in, is that Murtuza and me, we're going to be talking about the phenomenon of Awarapan 2, and in other words, to be more direct, the phenomenon of none other than Emraan Hashmi.
Yes.
To start off with, Murtuza is the one who actually did the review for the Free Press Journal of Awarapan 2. You gave it 2.5 stars.
Yes.
How dare you give it 2.5 stars when the film has crossed 100 crores?
Oh god, I have given movies 4 stars also, but the film has flopped at the box office. Aww. So that is what I would like to say. I think somewhere on the other hand, what has totally worked for Awarapan 2 is the franchise factor. The nostalgia that maybe everyone wanted to go and experience on that big screen. And Emraan Hashmi going back to that era, because in between whatever films he was doing, he was trying to do something different. But I think he just took everyone back to that early 2000 era, which people loved Emraan Hashmi in. So I think that's where, I think somewhere on the other hand, the biggest factor is nostalgia and Emraan Hashmi, that the film has done such a great business at the box office.
And let me just add this right now. There is a certain individual in office who also sits in the same section as you, who complained to me that how dare Murtuza give it 2.5 stars, because this particular person is a very big fan of Emraan Hashmi. He had grown his hair till here. He was wearing a hairband for the last 1 month. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
So I said I will take up that issue with him.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what happened. He watched the film over the weekend. And
you spoke with him?
Yeah, he watched the film over the weekend and he came and told me that he has watched the movie and everything. And I asked him the same question that do you agree with my review, and he said I totally agree with your review.
So was that him being friendly with you because you sit in the same section?
No. He agreed. He said that he didn't really enjoy it much. And I had given him a suggestion that if you want to watch it, as he's an Emraan Hashmi fan, I told him if you want to watch it, go to a normal theatre, don't spend much. And he went to Maratha Mandir, watched the movie in some 180 rupees.
Wow.
And he was very happy. He's like, thankfully I listened to you, ke zyada paise mat dalo. And he watched it in Maratha Mandir and he said that itna maza nahi aaya, tumne jo bola tha, sahi bola tha.
Popcorn itself in multiplexes is what, 250 or 240 rupees? It starts off with something like that, right?
350.
Oh, it starts off with 350?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get for free, but that's a different story.
No, but what did you think of the movie? Before we get into the whole phenomenon and why it's done well, what did you think of the movie?
See, to be very honest, as I've said it in my review also, that the story is something that we have watched earlier a lot of times, even in Hollywood. and then, or be it Mardani of Rani Mukherjee. It talks about child trafficking. Ajay Devgan Shivai, or A Part in Delhi Crime season 3. It's a story about that. So we have watched the basic plotline. If I talk about, it's a very done and dusted thing. Like, it has been watched multiple times on the big screen on OTT now. So I was a bit disappointed in that way. Also, the chemistry that we got to see between Emraan Hashmi and Shreya Saran in the part 1, that was missing here. Though Disha Patani has acted really well, and she doesn't die in the film. For a change, she
You're not
stays.
supposed to give spoilers, but okay.
It's okay. Let me give you spoiler that she stays alive till the end.
Because she's going to be back in Awarapan 3.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Oh, I mean, for Awarapan 3, even if she died, they could get her twin sister back. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, but but the chemistry between Emraan and Disha doesn't have that spark, which was there in between Emraan and Shreya. Like, I think now everyone knows this. Also, this is not a spoiler that Shreya has a cameo in the film. She comes, and in a scene she comes and meets Emraan, and that scene, I would say, is one of the highlight of the movie, because of course it takes us back to 2007. So yeah, I mean, so that is there. So I think that was something which I was a bit disappointed, that I wanted to see that beautiful pure chemistry that maybe which I saw in part 1, but here that was missing.
And what did you think about Shabana ji?
Wasted. She hardly has 4 scenes in the movie. She has an extended cameo which I have written in my review also. She's
the villain, right?
She plays the villain, but
which is actually interesting, because on the same Friday,
yeah,
she comes out as a villain in Awarapan 2, and she is the lead actress and the mom in
Batwara
1947, the partition drama.
Yeah.
Sunny Deol.
Like, I'm not saying that she didn't perform well. The 4 scenes were excellent.
No, you're saying that she was wasted, but she could have been used more.
Yeah, I mean, they had Shabana as the ma'am, and as a villain, she would have just nailed it more if she has more scenes. I don't know if her role was edited out or whatever it was, but I really wanted to see her more. So that's what I feel. But yeah, as we are talking about performances, I have to mention Puran Kabir. He is Vamika Kabir's brother, and he plays villain here, the antagonist, and he's fabulous. He is fantastic, and I really hope to see him more in movies because he's really good.
Okay. So now, we've spoken about the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. You gave it 2.5 stars. The individual we're talking about didn't like it that much. However, it's crossed 100 crores. The nostalgia value is there. So what is the reason behind the fact that, and of course, as movie reviewers, I just want to clear the air, and I'll keep saying this again till the time I turn 99. A movie review is basically a review or the perspective of a certain individual who is giving you a criticism or an entire review of the movie. How it does at the box office, how other people like it, everybody has their own choices. But why do you think the movie has worked so well?
See, I think people are going to theatres thinking that it will have that nostalgia factor. Of course, it is, as I said, the nostalgia factor is one of the reasons that people are going. People are going to theatres to experience that. Now, I'll give you a very simple example. There is a theatre near my house, and I was riding my Activa. It's in the lane, so I was riding my scooter, and while I just took a turn, there were people. The movie was just over, and people were coming out, and there were these 2-3 guys, maybe in their mid-age, around 40, and who might have watched Awarapan when they were very young. So they were just walking and talking, and they said the same thing, that वो वाली बात नहीं थी. And I understood that they are talking about Awarapan. वो पहली वाली बात नहीं थी. I overheard them. So it was like people are rushing to theatres thinking कि वो experience मिलेगा. But when they are coming out, the experience is very mixed. In this way, I would also like to add here about what we usually do right now is the netizens' reaction, right? And in the netizens' reaction, when we did it, when the early netizens' reaction came on Friday, they were mixed. Some people had also written this is a sequel which was not required. Why have they made it? So it's like that way. But keeping everything aside, my review or whatever, I'm very happy in a way because you will agree with me, Emraan Hashmi is one of the best actors that we have in the industry, but he was not getting his due. So here, yes, in 5 days, the film has already crossed 100 crore net at the box office in India, and overseas, of course, it's more. If I check the worldwide gross collection, I think it is in 5 days somewhere it is around 144 crores gross, which is really excellent. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. Finally Imran Hashmi has got a hit after 14 years. 2012, his last hit film was Ras 3 in 2012. And now after 14 years, yes, 14 years, he has got a hit. In between, he did a lot of movies which were maybe average grossers.
Huck on OTT did very
Huck
well.
did very well on OTT. But
You're
here we are talking about the box office numbers.
Yeah.
And in Huck also, he was once again fantastic when it comes to performance. That's what I'm saying now. That even if I keep my review aside or what people are saying, I'm happy with the numbers because it's good to see that a good actor is getting his due. Right? Of course, I'm not saying that Imran didn't do movies. He did many movies in between in this 14 years, but some were flops, some were just average grossers. They were not hit. But I think this one is going to be like a super hit now. And everyone has already started talking about his next movie, which is going to be Gunmaster G9.
Yeah.
He has announced the release date. It's coming in November.
Yeah.
So now everyone is excited. As we always say that for an actor or a filmmaker or anyone, one Friday changes everything. So I think for Imran, this one Friday has changed a lot of things. There are even talks about Jannat 3 happening. We have heard reports of it. Awarapan 3 happening, because of course Awarapan 2 ends with a very slight hint, like not confirmed hint, but a slight hint that there will be part 3. So let's see.
And the interesting part is that, at the end of, as far as Awarapan 1 is concerned, it was released in 2007, right?
Yeah.
That apparently was a box office flop. But over time, it gained a cult status.
Yeah, I
this
think
one,
it
on
was
the other
also
hand,
because
is
of the music.
of course.
So while watching Awarapan also, there was a time when the songs, Tera Mera Rishta were being played in the background. So all those things were very nostalgic, okay, we are listening to Tera Mera Rishta again and To Fir Aao again. So these two songs have been recreated and, get into this movie. So songs of those films are still remembered, and like even after watching the part 2, when I came out, I actually went to the jukebox of part 1 and listened to those songs, because that was the nostalgia factor that hit me.
I think with Imran also, what really sort of went in his favor was Aryan's debut directorial, Masters of Bollywood. The
Yeah.
way Imran was used was brilliant.
Yeah,
Absolutely brilliant.
Totally.
And of course, like you said, the other films, and then of course, this is definitely there. But Imran definitely, the way he was used in Aryan's directorial was very, very smartly done,
Yeah.
very well executed.
Correct.
So now what is forward? I think Gunmaster G9 is releasing in November, if I'm not wrong.
November, yes. Gunmaster G9 is releasing in November. It's also clashing with a big film for now. It's clashing with Prem Molia. It's Ayushmann and Sharwari's film.
Okay.
Suraj Barjatia's directorial.
Okay.
So it's clashing with that. Now this time, of course, if we talk about clash, it's like kind of, I read a tweet which said कि Emraan Hashmi ने Sunny Deol से बदला ले लिया, because do you know that Apne released on the same day as Awarapan, and Apne did better than Awarapan, and now after so many years, it's like
these are interesting coincidences.
People just on social media, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You might also get trolled for doing this video. Okay, oh, तुम लोग कौन हो बैठ के?
Not this video, but yeah, probably some other video. That's for sure. For the ones who don't know, actually, what I'd probably like to end with is the fact that Gunmaster G9 is actually based on this famous character, based on the 1979 and 1982 movie, where Mithun Chakravarti played a character like a spy agent called Gunmaster G9, and that is now sort of being remade as Imran in the lead.
Yeah.
And those two films were very interesting because they were the typical sort of a take on an Indian take on the James Bond films. So we'll be doing a video on that very, very soon. But thanks Murtuza for giving your comments.
But I think Kabir, we should end this video by saying this. Akka Bollywood ek taraf और इमरान हाशमी एक तरफ.
On that note, we will see you again next week.